feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
This is it. 18. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Kill. Hey, 59. Let's go.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
8 read. Hey, Haywood. I'm coming. Get it.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Everyone come forward. Down. Kill.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off?
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check motion. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And now Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. 26. Watch the screen. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set, ready? 10-2, sir. General West. Hey, echo.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Go, Cheetah. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a handoff looking right. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Watson. And he's got Miller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards there and a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he completes it to Westbrook.
That's it, baby.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of the gun is Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
You ready? You ready?
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Watson off play action. Being chased out left. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Watson. He gets it to Cooks. Brandon Cooks. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Zach Cunningham with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Jet.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Go.
55 is my guy, 55.
Hey, come on, Earl, come on. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. It'll be Minshew again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
64, weak. Hey, wahoo!
So third and long, here's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Lambo is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post, that's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to the zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with some into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Texans 31, Jaguars 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 27, Watson looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Come on, QB, come on. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Here we go.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the back, watch the back.
31.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. I got you. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Fournette fighting through. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Fournette running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they go jet sweep here with Chark. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Minshew, 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And again this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A first down carry now for Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Westbrook. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now, this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.